Hello students. Today we are discussing the topic poverty as a challenge. And in second portion that is called whatever methods that our government started to introduce to reduce the poverty from India and what is the condition of poverty in different states and also across the globe. So we can study all these points today. We have studied about the different situations of poverty that people are suffering or facing in urban or in rural areas. While comparing the different states of India on the base of the poverty level, we can understand that some states are utilizing their maximum resources into generate different types of occupations or also giving different type of training for people to make use of their own capacity to produce something more. Some states like Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, etc. are unable to overcome their difficulties of poverty in many reasons. But states just like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra, Gujarat, West Bengal, etc. are able to manage their poverty according to their capacity or utilizing their natural resources into its maximum. So, while comparing the other states of our country, Bihar and Odisha is considering as the most poorest states of India. So, we can study the method that some of the states using to reduce their poverty now. Agricultural development in every manner is the method that followed by Haryana and Punjab to reduce their poverty. Investing maximum on human resource is the method followed by Kerala in order to overcome the problem of poverty. Land reform methods was the method of West Bengal to reduce their poverty. Then Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu had their method in the form of proper public distribution system, that is ration shop system with food grains with least price is the method that they follow to reduce the poverty. So different states are following different methods according to the availability of their natural resources or the population, etc. in order to cope with the problem of poverty. Generally, there are four major reasons for poverty in India or considering as causes of poverty. One of the important major reason is considering as the British rule and the less economic development under them in India. When outsiders, especially Britishers, started to rule here, their maximum utilization of our natural resources or manpower made our nation into a poor country. Even after they left our nation, we were unable to make up all what we already lost. The different programs and policies introduced by the colonial government totally spoiled all our traditional handicraft and discouraged development of industries like textile mainly. So all these resulted in less job opportunities and low growth rate of income. This was accompanied by high growth of population also. So while comparing the less economic development and high population growth, the average income or per capita income was came into its least minimum. The second reason is considering as the less job opportunities in agricultural or in other sectors, especially in rural and in urban area. Even though due to the development in technical or in science, etc., irrigation facilities or green revolution, etc., tried their best to give a maximum support for agriculture or many other industries. But these also were for a particular areas only or limited to some parts of our country. Industries also, especially in public or in private sector, also couldn't give maximum job opportunities for people. So in urban or in rural area, lack of job and less income compelled people to face the dangers of poverty. The third major reason for this poverty in India is considering as huge income inequalities among different group of people. It is mainly because of the unequal distribution of land and other resources. We have lots of rules and regulations to give maximum support for the landless people, but anyhow governments of different states are unable to practice or implement that rules of government properly. So it also led to lack of opportunities for people to do a job in their own land, and also the resources distributed among people also have huge variations. The fourth reason is socio cultural and economic factors of a society. Socially or culturally or religiously, lots of rituals and ceremonies are observing in society by people of every kind. So even though some people are poor and also have not enough or sufficient money in their pocket, they also have the same intentions or tendencies to fulfill all such religious or social obligations in the form of rituals, ceremonies, etc. And even though they haven't any money in their own pocket, in order to manage all these, sometimes they may borrow money from others. They need to spend a lot of money for all these purpose, so they need to borrow money from others, and sometimes unable to repay all this money because of their poverty, again makes them into deep troubles. So social or cultural or religious rituals or ceremonies or situations also is considering as a reason for facing poverty among different socio-economic groups. As this is the condition of our country, especially economically, our government trying their best to implement some different programs, mainly to improve the economical growth and also to reduce poverty into its minimum. So two important intentions behind introducing different programs and policies by government is, one is to improve economical condition or promotion of economic growth, and the second one is in order to reduce poverty in its maximum, or it is also known as anti-poverty programs. Number of programs, policies, schemes, etc. were introduced by India government from time to time according to economic and social situations in order to improve the condition of people and their life condition, and also focused mainly on generating job opportunities in each and every field of economic development. So, let us study some such schemes introduced or implemented by India government in India in order to care the people and also to alleviate or to eradicate poverty from our India's society or Indian land. One such major step was the introduction of MGNREGA, or it is also known as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, introduced in 2005. The main aim of this MGNREGA is to provide 100 days of wage with a job for people in rural area mainly. And in this group of people, more considerations or reservations will be given for women householders. This scheme assures 100 days of job in an year for all those people are in ready to work and also willing to work. And it also guarantees that if the people or those registered people are not getting 100 days of job, if any some more days of jobs are lacking, this government will provide them unemployment allowance for those remaining days. So by this, by giving opportunities for people to do a job, and also they are getting wages, and the wage also will be fixed by the government for every of these people, those who are working. PMRY or Prime Minister Rozgar Yojana, introduced in 1993, also is another important such program which aim to create self-employment opportunities for the educated unemployed youth in rural areas and small villages. It will help them to set up small business or industries by giving them an amount from the scheme PMRY. REGP, Rural Employment Generation Program, launched in 1995, also aims to give or to create self-employment opportunities in rural areas and small towns. There is no specification for the educated youth. Everyone will be there. Creating 25 lakh new job is the most important target of this REGP, and it is also mainly under the 5th or within the period of 10th 5-year plan. Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana introduced in 1919, and its brief is SGSY, is mainly aiming to give maximum support for poor families above the poverty line by organizing them into self-help groups through a mix of bank credit and government subsidy. This SGSY is mainly focusing on the poor families in the category of APL or above poverty line. From 2000 onwards, all state governments are getting maximum support from central government under the scheme known as Pradhan Mantri Gramodaya Yojana, that is PMGY, especially for the betterment of basic services such as primary health, primary education, rural shelter, rural drinking water and rural electrification. For all these purpose, an additional support, especially financial support, is given by central government for each state government. AAY or Antyodaya Anna Yojana, introduced in 2000 December, is considering as the best scheme, especially focusing on the poorest among the poor under BPL families. Such families will be provided 25 kilograms of food grains by the beginning, and it is enhanced to 35 kilograms of food grains with the least price in the form of rate of rupees 2 per kg for wheat and rupees 3 per kg for rice. So there is no any problem for the extreme poorest among the poor people in these localities of a PDS or in the public distribution system where a ration shop will be available. So such different schemes are introduced by India government in different time and also in different situations in order to give maximum support for the lower section of society and to ensure food security for all. Even though lots of programs are there introduced by the government for the upliftment of the lower section of society especially, some states are utilizing all these facilities into its maximum, and they are trying to upgrade the lifestyle of people and also trying to overcome the situations of poverty. But at the same time, some other states are not able to implement all these schemes properly because of the different type of administrative systems. So the best benefits of these schemes are not fully reached into the people those who are reserved, but steps are still following and also going on. Presently, other than poverty, lots of other problems also are facing as a challenge in front of our government of India. Even though some people are able to manage their 3 times meal using all these different schemes, still education, health, shelter, etc. of people are not in a proper condition. Still people are not confident, and also their job is not secure. Education is very less. So health also is very poor. So all these also considering as a major threat in front of our government. Still they also didn't get any solution also. Let us hope for a best days where poverty, then education, health, job opportunities, etc. may not be or will not be a problem for our government. Such a developed nation we have to hope and expect. So let us stop here. Thank you. Have a nice day.